Good evening, and welcome to the Ozark Amateur Radio Society's Tuesday Night Net. This net meets regularly on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. local time on this frequency of 146.970 with a tone of 162.2. My name is Marvin, call sign N0MLP, and I'll be acting as net control sign for the net. We'll be using that longer for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes to can check in early by line. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has any emergency traffic, please call break. And with that said, anyone... I will now move on to announcements of interest to amateur radio. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come early around 6 to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend, and everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next OARS meeting will be at the Happy House Saturday, September 9th, as our August meeting will be at the OARS Club Picnic August 12th, and more on that here in a little bit. The OARS Ham and Eggs Breakfast for July is being held at the Family Restaurant in Mount Vernon each Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Be sure to bring your appetite and come hang out for some good stories and possibly meet new members or those you have yet to meet. We always have a great time. More to follow. Your calendars for the annual OARS Picnic, August 12th. The picnic will be at White Park in Aurora, and if you want to swim, we will be near the swimming pool. We will eat around 5 p.m., but feel free to come a bit early. This will be potluck, and please remember to bring your own table service. August 19th at White Park in Aurora, OARS will be hosting a tailgater. Bring your stuff to sell and bring your money to buy, or just come out for food and fun. Be sure to bring some shade and something to sit on, as it will likely be quite hot out. Spots to set up and sell will be $20, and we are looking at running from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Please remember to bring some shade, as it will most likely be hot. There will be hot dogs and hamburgers for sale by the club. More to follow. The OARS Club now has 3 scheduled nets. We have a D-Star net on Monday nights at 8 p.m., so those of you with D-Star capabilities are more than welcome to come check in and give the D-Star repeater a workout. The frequency for the D-Star repeater is 444.150 with a positive offset. The OARS Tuesday night net, this one right here, is at 7 p.m. The frequency is 146.970 with a negative offset and a PL tone of 162.2. Everyone is most welcome to come check in and hang out with us. And finally, the OARS Club is also hosting a Simplex net every Thursday night at 8 p.m. The frequency will be 146.460, and you're most welcome to come and join in, check in, see how good your signal is being heard across the area. And finally, this net is being streamed on the 5-9 Radio YouTube channel, so if you want to see how you sound on the air or if you missed part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details and a link to the channel. Are there any other announcements of interest to amateur radio? Please call now. All right, hearing none at this time, I will begin taking check-ins, and I will take short-time or mobile check-ins. So if you're short-time or mobile, please call now.
KBC Kilo 0 Papa Sierra Golf Cartridge Mobile.
All right, I got one of you in there, a good bit of static, but I got you in there. I believe it was Kilo Bravo 0 Papa Sierra Golf, Ed in Carthage, is that correct?
That is correct, sir. I'm mobile here, fairly close to the Walmart and no traffic, just checking in.
Right. that. You came in good that time, full quieting, sounding really good out there.
Good deal. Yep, the repeater's very strong over this way, clear over to the state line. It does well.
Roger, Roger. Well, appreciate you checking in tonight. Good to hear from you out there. And I guess we'll call out again. Any mobile or short-time check-ins, please come now. All right, hearing none, I'll move on to net logger check-ins. And first on the list, we have AE0OC. Mr. West, how you doing?
Well, hello, Marvin. Everyone on the net. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Marvin had a pretty rough copy on you there, especially right at the beginning. But I checked you on reverse, and you had crystal clear signal there. So I don't know if we've got some interference over by the repeater or what's going on. But you're sounding a lot better now than you were in the beginning. So hopefully I'm coming through clear. I didn't really... I don't have much for the net tonight, except what I was telling them last night. I've got my granddaughter Siri here with me, and she is studying to take her tech, and we've got it set up where she's going to test on Friday. And so looking forward to that, and she's sitting here right with me, and so I'm going to pass the PTT over to her and let her say hello to everyone. So here's some third-party traffic. Just push that when you're ready to talk. Just push it and talk.
Hello.
Tell them who you are.
I'm Siri, or Siriana. I just go by Siri, and I'm actually really excited to take the test.
Siri, it's good to hear from you. And I was really excited to hear that you were interested in taking the test. Just a bunch of goofy people out here on the ham radio having a good time, and pretty good community of people. So I think you'll really enjoy it. And I'm doing my best to talk my niece into it. She wants to 1 minute, and 1 minute she's not that interested. So I told her that you were doing it, and she seemed to kind of perk up a little bit. So hopefully that might get her sparked into it a little bit. I've got my wife studying. Hopefully she'll come down there and take the test with you.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
Roger, Roger. Gotta get more of these young folk on this thing. It's more fun than what a lot of them think it is.
All right, well, Marvin, thanks for getting us in there. I think she got a little shy on us, but she did get on there as her very first time on the radio, so that's a big plus. You got to be the first one when she checked in, so hopefully she'll be able to check in soon with her own call sign. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. I got her FRN today, so she's all set and ready to take the test on Friday.
Roger, Roger. Well, I feel privileged being the first one to talk to her. That's pretty cool. And got a good radio voice, too. Sounds really good on there, so no problem at all. I think you'll drive the microphones just fine. But appreciate you checking in, Wes. Siri, it was good to hear from you. Glad to hear you on there. And we'll say 73s to you both. And good luck on your studies. I'm sure you'll do just fine. And with that, we'll move on down to KE0MAD, Sean. And how are you doing this evening, Sean?
Hello, Marvin. Thanks for doing that. This is KE0MAD. Oh, doing pretty good. I think I've got everything kind of set for Saturday. I got bad news, though. I can't stay very long. I'll be there right when we get there, and I have to leave sharp at 12 noon. My daughter has graduation from her, not kindergarten, but the preschool that she was going to. So I gotta be there by 1 p.m. So I have to scat out of there 12 sharp. But we'll make the best of it between 10 and when I leave anyway.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, well, at least you'll get to be there anyway. But yeah, school stuff kind of important.
Oh yeah. But I've got got a new antenna and a couple other things I want to try out when we're there, so I'm sure it'll be fun. Look forward to seeing everybody. Back to net control. This is KE0MAD.
All right, Sean, we're looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll be a good day. Maybe we can find some good shade to sit in if it's too hot. So anyway, we'll say 73 to you, Sean. Appreciate you getting in there. And we'll move on down to KE6GAE. Dave, how you doing tonight?
N0MLP and the rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. No, we're doing pretty good, Marvin. Just trying to stay cool. It's going to get even hotter. Looking forward to Saturday. I will be down there for at least part of the day. Other than that, don't have a whole lot for the net tonight. So we'll pass it back to net control. You're going to be there, correct, Saturday, Marvin? So I can pick that adapter up from you. So that's all I got for the net tonight. So we'll pass it back to net control. Marvin, thanks for running the net. KE6GAE, back to net control.
Roger, Dave. Yeah, we do plan to be there. So as of right now, as long as nothing comes up, which I don't foresee anything happening, and I'll be sure I got that adapter. Gonna have to start charging your rent. Anyway, good to hear from you out there, Dave. Appreciate you checking in. We'll say 73s and move down to KF0NIG Aurora, and I'm showing the name as Castle. Is that correct?
Castle, this is Sean, KE0MAD. You're coming in on reverse on simplex there, like we were talking the other night. You'll have to switch back to whatever you did the other night to make it into the repeater. KE0MAD. Marvin, you'll have to come back to her in just a little bit. She's got to make some changes in the radio, so she's got the offset. So I'd give her another chance and make a comeback.
Roger that, Sean. Castle, KF0NIG. One more shot there, and then we'll come back around to you. All right. Well, we'll pick you up here in just a minute. I'll come back around. Move to KA0SPM. Steve, how you doing tonight? KA0SPM. Steve, you got a copy?
Yeah, do you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, come on with it.
Okay, I got to get to the right button. I've been a little under the weather the last week or so, so it's been a little rough, hiding in the air and not getting much done. But I'll survive. I'll get over it. So good to hear you and that young lady that jumped in there a bit ago. So with that, back to you, KA0SPM.
Roger, Steve. Well, I hate to hear you under the weather, but hopefully you get better there. Definitely glad to hear you in there. Was thinking the repeater was giving us some fits or something there for a minute, but anyway, yeah, good to hear you in there, and get better quick. Don't hang on to that stuff too long. It ain't no fun. But with that, let me hop back up here and see if I can get Castle in there. KF0NIG. Did you get it figured out yet? All right, we'll spring back up there here in just a moment. W0ZAC, Zach, how you doing tonight?
W0ZAC. Good evening, Marvin, and the rest of the net. Doing good over here. Not much happening. Getting ready to eat some supper in a few minutes. I think Mama's cooking some chicken legs, so that's about it. We got neighbor kids playing in the yard and chicken cooking. So pretty average Tuesday night around here. That's all for now. Back to net control. W0ZAC.
All right, Zach, good to hear from you in there. Yeah, I've got some cookies baking outside there in the yard. They'll probably be done later. Anyway, I think it's about hot enough. So, but anyway, good to hear from you, and I appreciate you checking in there. We'll say 73's to you, Zach, and we'll move to Kilo Bravo. Well, see, I already had that one. Let's see, K0SQS. Harold, how you doing tonight?
N0MLP and the rest of the net, K0SQS. Doing fine, Marvin. Thanks again for running the net. Came home yesterday and broke out the lawnmower, mowed my dust patch for the first time in like 3 or 3.5 weeks, evened it all up, and it's turning brown and getting browner. I think it's going to be dry for the next 10 days, according to the weather forecast. Wanted to pass along, I had an email from one of the St. Louis DXCC hogs, W0TT, about Bob Heil, and apparently he's been out of commission, suffering with various ailments. But anyway, net upshot of it is he's got spinal stenosis and neuropathy in his feet, and he cannot walk, cannot get around at all. Anyway, his call for anybody that would like to reach out to him, K9EID, Echo India Delta. I know it's been a couple of years since he's been to the Aurora Ham Fest, but when he did come, I know he was well appreciated. Anyway, he's in a nursing home environment and has no access to ham radio. So, like I said, if you care to reach out to him via email or send him a card, I know he's listed on QRZ, his address. So, anyway, back to you, Marvin. Thanks again for running the net. K0SQS.
Man, Harold, I appreciate that info, but sure hate to hear it. I got to meet him last year at the Joplin Ham Fest, and I think Nevaeh took a couple pictures with him. Gosh, I've listened to him and watched him for years. It's a ham radio legend right there. But yeah, we'll have to definitely send him some well wishes, and might drum up a card or something to send him. So, golly. All right. Well, Harold, I appreciate it. Good to hear you in there, and we'll say 73s, and I'll jump back up to KF0NIG. Castle, did you get her going?
I sure did. This is KF0NIG.
All right, good to hear you in there. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just still getting used to my radio.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I think some conditions are a little odd tonight, too. Some are getting in pretty good, and others are kind of staticky. So I've got some static on you, but I'm hearing you good.
Well, I know you're from kind of the Greenfield area, so that's probably why.
Could be, could be. Got anything else for the net tonight? All right, well, we'll say 73s to Castle. Good to hear you in there. Appreciate you checking in. And with that, that puts us at the bottom of the net logger list, so I will throw it out there for regular check-ins. If you'd like to check into the OARS net, please call now.
Kilo Alpha 0 Romeo Mike.
WB0OQV, Jim in Marionville.
All right, picked up a couple others there. KA0RM, Bob, how are you doing this evening?
Joe MAC, KA0RM. Good to hear Jim in there. Oh, Jim, you've been having it rough. Doing good. Trying to this heat. Looking forward to testing here down here Friday night. Hoping Clifton and Nevaeh can get out here too there. And Marvin, if you're listening, tell that granddaughter I got ice cream waiting on her. So she's probably listening there. It's been hot. I gotta get out there and water the garden here a little bit. Been getting some tomatoes. Mama canned, I think, about 14 pints here in the last couple of days. So we've been getting some tomatoes in there, but like I said, it's been hot. I went and unloaded the trailer this morning over at work. That's about all I did today. Ain't been out of the house much. I need to do some mowing on that north ditch out there. But this morning it was wet and then got too hot to do it, so I don't guess it'll grow too much. Sunflowers are growing down here. I think I sent Calista some pictures of the big old yellow sunflower blooming, and they're looking good. So, about it, Marvin. We'll catch you later. KA0RM here in Aurora.
Roger, Bob. Yeah, well, the girls are at the Vacation Bible School, so nobody here listening in as far as I know, but yeah, you know what, I've got some mowing to do out here too, but I'm afraid I'm going to blow away about 3 or 4 yards of topsoil, so I don't know if I'm going to mow it yet or not. I've got some stuff I got to brush hog though for sure, so I'll be getting on that. But yeah, I think Callista's finally taking it a little more seriously for sure. Got some study material and got that book from you and all that, so we'll definitely at least have her down there, but I really kind of hope I can get Nevaeh in it. So anyway, looking forward to it either way. One way or the other, we'll get Nevaeh to have it pretty soon. All right, Bob, it's good to hear from you. Appreciate you checking in, and I'll still tell her about the ice cream. We'll say 73s, and we will go to W0OQV, Jim in Marionville. How you doing?
Oh, doing okay, Marvin. Thanks for doing the net, and not much here. Been home from St. Louis Hospital for a few weeks now, and kind of getting all my wits back and my equilibrium back, and so getting better. Other than that, I've just been trying to stay in the cool as much as possible and see what's on the radio. Back to you, N0MLP, WB0OQV.
Yeah, for sure. Good to hear you in there, Jim. Glad you're doing a little better. Definitely stay in the air, man. That heat ain't fit for nobody. I get out there for too long and I get a little bit silly and discombobulated myself, so. But yeah, anyhow, well, get better, work on that, and then good to hear from you. Appreciate you checking in. We'll say 73s to you. And with that, we're at the bottom of the list again, so we'll throw it back out there. Anyone want to check into the OARS net, please call now.
6 kilowatt 0 Lima Alpha Foxtrot.
The kilowatt station there, could you come back with that real quick?
Kilo 0 Lima Alpha Foxtrot, Charlie in Republic.
Yeah, go ahead, Charlie. Sorry about that. I missed a couple letters there.
Oh, that's okay. Seems like conditions aren't real great tonight for some reason. Just wanted to check in, tell everybody hi, and wish Siri good luck on Friday on her test. And Harold, we mowed Saturday, which is 1 day short of 3 weeks for us. And it was dry, and it's getting browner, just like you said. And thanks for passing on the information about Bob. We'll be sure and send him a card. Other than that, I hope everyone has a good rest of the week. N0MLP, thanks for hosting the net. This is Kilo Zero Lima Alpha Foxtrot.
All right, Charlie, appreciate you checking in. Good to hear from you. And we'll say 73s and throw it back out there again. Anyone want to check into the OARS net, please call now.
Zero RWD, Kilo Zero Romeo Whiskey Delta. Well, I had a nice day today. My 3/4 ton truck, it quit working, so I found out that the starter just dropped. So I had service on it, so I got that to get home, and then went up to AutoZone, and $210 later, we're going to have a starter.
Boy, yeah, it's crazy what they charge for some of those parts.
Well, the one thing is I really like AutoZone up there. It has a limited lifetime warranty, so that's pretty good.
No doubt. If it ever goes out again on you, you won't have to buy it. Just take it up there and swap it.
That's for sure. Well, you guys are really doing good tonight, so I'll just step out of here and let everybody have it. 73s, K0 RWD.
All right, thanks, Ron. Appreciate it. Glad to hear from you. And we'll say 73s and throw it out there again. Anybody want to check into the OARS net, please call now. Alrighty, one more time. Anyone want to check into the OARS net, please call now. Alright, I guess we'll call that a net. Appreciate everybody checking in. Good to hear from you all tonight. And hope you have a good evening the rest of the week. Hope to hear from you Thursday night on the Simplex net. And with that, we'll say 73s to everybody, and we'll return the repeater back to normal traffic. Oh, before I forget, 13 check-ins, including myself. Thank you all, and have a good night. 73, N0MLP.
MLP, good.